We get you connected to your community. We're your local station to keep you informed. Welcome to Energy 95.3's Community Connection.
And it's another Condors connection. It's Erik Fox here at the studios of Energy 95.3. And every time he is yellow, we know he's in a hotel room somewhere within the country. Talking about Ryan Holt from the Bakersfield Condors. How you doing this morning, my friend?
I'm good. I need one of those influencer ring lights for the hotel room. But yeah, it's a yellowy musk in the hotel room. So everybody's good. Team's feeling good. And thanks for having me on.
Well, you know, you get a ring light and you can get blinded like I am right now. So maybe you can get involved with that and not be able to really see right in front of you. But let's jump right into it. We always talk about the big team first before we talk about what's going on in CondorsTown. So let's talk about Edmonton. Still a tight race going on. Still in that third place, that North Division with all the Canadian teams. Such a hard one to be a part of this year, isn't it?
Yeah, it was a really good win for the Oilers on Tuesday or whatever day it is now, Monday, against Montreal. Former Condors, Jesse Puljujarvi and Ethan Bear scored goals in the third period, so that was great to see. Great to see former Condors doing well, which is the name of the game for us here at Bakersfield. So the Oilers are they're in a dogfight right now with Toronto and Montreal and Winnipeg, and those will be the four teams in the playoffs. Just a matter of who's going to play who and when they're going to play them. So. Should be a very entertaining game tonight between the Oilers and the Canadians. Looking forward to watching that one. And hopefully the Oilers get another win, and then the Condors play on Thursday.
Of course, they won 2 in a row, in so they do have that flow going once again after maybe a little bit of a couple hits. But it looks like they're getting back into rotation in the feel of what the Oilers like doing this time of year for sure.
And and I think kind of the dam burst a little bit in the third period against Montreal the other night. McDavid and Draisaitl had kind of been bottled up for however many games they played Montreal, and McDavid had that beautiful goal in the game on Monday. So hopefully that's kind of a sign of things to come. Montreal's played probably the hardest physical game against Edmonton all season long, and the Oilers kind of rose to that challenge. So that was good to see.
So let's talk about the local team. Obviously, you're in yellow right now. Either you're in a tanning salon or you're somewhere on the road. Find yourself in Vegas right now. Of course, a really good game yesterday when you guys took on Henderson. I'm still trying to get used to that word Henderson. I mean, I know where it is, but just call yourself Vegas. I mean, the strip isn't even Vegas. Why are you calling yourself Henderson anyway?
Exactly. They're not even playing. They're not even in play. They're playing in Paradise. They're not even playing in Las Vegas.
Well, it definitely was Paradise for the Condors yesterday. How'd that game look for you?
Yeah, probably the most complete game the Condors have played all season long. Henderson came out really strong. I think they outshot Bakersfield 12-2 in the opening 8 minutes, and then Henderson had 8 shots the rest of the way for the final 40-plus minutes. So
wow.
The Condors really buckled down. Henderson's the top team in the division. They have been since the get-go, and the Condors have won 3 in a row against them. They won here in Vegas, which only 2 other teams have done this season. So they kind of call it the Vegas flu or whatever you have. And, Jay Woodcroft mentioned that it was a business trip here for the Condors, and I think the players took that to heart, and just a really solid effort. Brad Malone, Condors captain, who we've had on, had a goal and an assist last night. And we put out on social media, he and his wife Brielle had their second child Monday morning in Bakersfield. So Brad was there for the birth of Callie Reese. Was there Monday night. They got discharged about 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning on Tuesday. And Brielle told Brad and said, hey, get on out there. And had a driver drive him to Henderson or Las Vegas. And Brad arrived about 5 o'clock for a 6 o'clock puck drop. He said, I'm here. I might as well score. And he did really well. Sometimes the storylines write themselves. And really fun game last night. And big opportunity for the Condors. They're only 3 points back of the division lead with Henderson, and we see them 5 more times over the final 11 games. We play more games in Henderson than we do in Bakersfield, actually. So it's a big opportunity for Bakersfield here down the stretch to catch the division leaders, and whatever happens after that, postseason wise or whatever kind of happens, it'd be a nice nugget to say that the team won the division here this year. Did I freeze or you freeze?
Well, that was a little weird.
I didn't know if I froze or you froze. I'm going to say it's me.
It's one of the two. I mean, it doesn't matter when we were back. Maybe it was just Henderson getting a little upset that we were talking so much about them after we've kind of shown them what goes on in B-Town. So we are back once again. Condors Connection. Sorry about that little hiccup there. Things do happen in the world of technology, but you know it's what the world is right now. So let's talk. Let's talk about that. You guys were at home this past weekend, back with fans, which is a different setup than what's been going on normally. How was that difference in the arena, feeling that energy-wise, having the Condors faithful back in town?
Yeah, almost 1,000 fans in the building, so that was tremendous, and we're going to have that the rest of the way. I think we're going to announce tomorrow that we'll have some limited tickets available for general public as well too. Starting on Saturday, we play at 5:00, and then next Wednesday we play at 6. So we'll have some limited on sale for some general public tickets. So the best way to stay updated with that is head to Condors.com and hit the single game tickets. You can fill out a form and we'll shoot you a note when tickets do become available. So it looks like we'll have some availability Saturday and Wednesday. So that's great. It was awesome to see fans in the building. It looks different. It feels different. It's not a typical weekend crowd, certainly, but at the end of the day, it's great to have some fans back. I know the players certainly appreciated it. The coaches appreciated it. And it was a good atmosphere. And it was a good game, too. The Condors beat San Diego 5-1. And anytime you beat the Gulls, that's a feather in our cap. And fun for the fans. It was a fun game to watch. And, we talked about this a lot. Here on Energy is I feel like the fans have been robbed of watching this team this year. And the teams, we knew going into the year this team was going to be pretty good, and turns out they're better than pretty good. They're one of the top teams in the league, and for fans to be able to see this team live and see their cohesiveness and how many prospects are on this team is very beneficial, I think, moving forward.
So let's talk about that. It's hard to believe we're less than a month away from the end of the regular season. Obviously, the Condors have been really strong, very, very just flying like crazy right now. What do they need to still be looking at? Because, you don't want to rest on your laurels for the last little bit here. What are they looking at to continue working on as we head into this last month?
Yeah, I think the interesting thing was last Wednesday, the team gave up 6 goals and a loss to Colorado. The team was out of sync. It didn't look like a typical Condors game, and I was interested to see, because that was really the first, we call it, laying an egg, in hockey. And the team laid an egg last Wednesday in Colorado. So I was interested to see how the team would respond after that. And they've only given up 2 goals in 3 games. So that tells you the kind of the character and the makeup of this team. They knew that they weren't happy about that game last Wednesday. And, I think for the final 11 games, I think it's just, keep building on what this team's been doing. That solid defensive play first and foremost. And when the chances do present themselves, capitalizing. That's basically all they did last night against Henderson. Henderson came out, had the better of the looks early on, but the Condors, again, weathered that storm. And when they did so, Henderson kind of got put on the back foot. The Condors scored a late goal in the first, late goal in the second, and you kind of steal momentum in games at various points. You don't take dumb penalties. You play the game even strength, and that's the Condors' recipe for success. And if they stick to that, there's a good possibility they can catch Henderson here. I mean, especially with 5 games left. If you win 3 of those or 4 of those, the division's right there with that. So we'll see what happens, but it's a strong team. It's a fun team to be around, and we'll see what happens over the final 11.
Well, it's going to be interesting, definitely, to watch. Less than a month left in the season before we head into playoff time. Not to jinx everything. I got a wood desk, so I'm knocking on it right now. Looks like the Condors will be in playoff contention this year, so excited to see that. And excited to also have playoff hockey with fans, which is the one thing where, we went into the season not knowing what we were going to have. So it's really nice to have some fans out there again. Once again, follow you guys on Facebook. We'll share it over on our Facebook, too, when those general admission tickets are available for people to go see the Condors win again. I'm looking forward to to annoying you up in the broadcast booth as well sometime. And, we'll have some fun and then we'll create chaos as we tend to do, Ryan.
That's what we like to do. Chaos is my middle name. Appreciate it.
Love it, Ryan. Well, go get out of the tanning booth. Hopefully next time we'll have you in a less yellow room as we once again connect right here with Condors Connection with Energy 95.3.